Good morning, Texas fans. It's BJ for Bad Talks. Boy, Texas pulled off a big win last night. Texas beats USC 37-14 to get its 900th win. Only the third team in the history of college football to get over 900 wins. Unbelievable atmosphere last night by these fans. I was super jealous. I was sitting in Tennessee, not being able to be at that football game. Unbelievable atmosphere. Kudos, congratulations, Chris Del Conte and your staff, to getting these students in there early. I was watching Longhorn Network game day preview or whatever they call it, and the fans, the students were piling in 2 hours early. I've been to several Texas games. I've never, ever seen that. Unbelievable atmosphere. Even before the game, I mean, it was star-studded. You had Matthew McConaughey, Vince Young, all these old Texas X's on the field. USC had Will Ferrell, all their guys on. It felt like a national championship atmosphere. It really did. And before I jump into the game, I think it was Joe Klatt. I love Joe Klatt and Gus Johnson when they do play-by-play for Texas on Fox. Absolutely love Gus Johnson. Well, Joe Klatt had talked about he was mingling and talking to some scouts, and there was 5 to 10 or whatever in a bunch. And they were commenting on, they felt like it was a national championship game, that Texas looked the part. Those dudes are huge. Yancey McKnight, the strength and conditioning staff, kudos, fellas. You got these guys looking good. I've been saying it for the last 2 weeks. Now this third week, Texas absolutely looks the part. We just got to put it together. Overall, great team win. Offense, defense, and special teams. Unbelievable team win. One thing that I really liked about Texas was finally we got to see some swagger. We got to see when Texas would make a big hit, they would get up and get in USC's face. They weren't scared of USC. I haven't seen that from Texas in a long time. Texas got up with some swagger. And when they made a mistake, I'll give you an example. When Jones could have had an interception down on like the 5-yard line on the long throw, and he misplayed it and tried to catch it backhanded, and the receiver caught it over him, and now USC's at the 5-yard line. On 3rd and 4th down, Jones made both of those tackles. Then once Jones pushed him out of bounds on 4th down, Davis and Jones, and then here come Gary Johnson to get in this guy's face and let you know, buddy, you ain't getting in this end zone today. Phenomenal job. I really like it. Now to get to the game, we opened up down 14-3. Open a drive. USC drives down our throat. I was very frustrated on the first drive because they kept getting, I mean, we had them in 1st and 20. 1st and 20 and let them get a first down. They had converted a couple 3rd downs on that series, and then when they scored a touchdown right up the gut, nobody, I don't know if he was touched. They made a tap like 2 below. That was about it, right up the middle, scored. We responded, come straight out to hurry up. We didn't wait for the first down to go to hurry up. We come out and hurry up. First 2 plays, Colin Johnson. Throw it to Colin Johnson. He made some plays. Didn't get in, but didn't get the touchdown. We got 3 points out of it. And I love seeing Dicker the kicker. I always go, me and my brothers and my uncle and stuff always go to the high school state championship games in Texas every year. We get there on Thursday and we don't leave until Sunday morning. And last year, Dicker the kicker was one of the most popular Lake Travis players they have. They all had his T-shirts and stuff on, and I was excited that he was coming to Texas because watching him boom it in high school, I knew he was going to be able to boot it in college. So, you know, good drive, got 3 points. Back and forth a little bit, and the USC ended up putting on another drive and got a DB turnaround and caught a deep ball again, and then ended up scoring and making it 14-3. At that point, I texted my buddy, one of my best friends, and I told him, man, we may get blown out. I just didn't have that feel yet. And then Texas responded in the second quarter. Sam Ehlinger hit little Jordan Humphrey on the sideline there, and he spun left instead of spinning right towards the out of bounds boundary, and I think it kind of fooled the defensive back. And Lil Jordan Humphrey doesn't have blazing speed, but he has enough where he's not going to get sucked up from behind. So he made it 14-10, and then from that point on, Texas just ran away with it. Another big play in the game, I thought, was Dicker the kicker with 3 points right before half. A little momentum going into half to be up 16-14 at half. We weren't losing. So I know Coach Herman went in and probably told these guys, look, you could play with these guys. You could beat these guys. Texas just kept fighting. Texas just kept fighting. Texas just kept fighting. And I'm kind of speechless on this part, but it's good to see the University of Texas is finally more physical than another big-time program. USC may not be the top 5 football team this year. I understand that. Maybe kind of comparing it to the Notre Dame team that we beat a few years back under Charlie Strong. But Texas was more physical. Don't get it twisted. USC's got some ballers over there, and USC's got some men over there. You saw the defensive ends, the defensive line. The one defensive end, that number 45, that got ejected for targeting Sam. Right call, got booted out the game. That dude was a man. All right, so Texas, enjoy this win. You hear a lot of this chatter on Twitter from who fans saying, "Oh, Texas is back, Texas is back, Texas is back." Nobody's saying Texas is back, but enjoy that win. That was a good win against a quality football team, and it propels us right into conference play. It really does. TCU had a tough loss against Ohio State, but we see what we have coming into town now. TCU's no slouch. It'll be a hard-fought football game. So, kudos, Texas. Great win. Biggest stat of the night for me was 16 rushes, I think it was, for -5 yards for USC. They got a true freshman at quarterback that should be a senior in high school, and they run the ball 16 times. Unbelievable. Now, -5 yards. You held USC to -5 yards, which tells me the defensive line played a lot better. The linebackers played a heck of a lot better. I didn't see a whole lot of pressure early on, but that's kind of expected. USC's no slouch. They're big. They're strong. They're rested. Second half came around. We started wearing them down. Yancey McKnight's training staff, you could tell, had took over. And they started Texas started owning the lines of scrimmage on offense and on defense. Then you started getting some pressure. Then you started seeing Gary Johnson get in. Then you started seeing a minute who get a sack. Then you saw Breckenhager getting in there. Nelson making tackles at the line of scrimmage. The front seven balled out yesterday, especially in the second half. Flying around the football. Absolutely loved it. Bright spots for me. Linebackers yesterday. Gary Johnson was all over the field. DBs played well. Caden Stearns is a man as well. Kid blocked that field goal. And you can see Todd Orlando, if you rewatch the game, I rewatched it again this morning. He's on the mic, and right before the kick, he's in his headset, and you hear him say, "Let's block this mother," and he curses. So he was excited. He knew it was coming. They knew it was coming. They exploited that. Caden Stearns jumped over the end, the left end, and the tackle or whatever they call it in that setting, and blocked it with his left hand. And I like to see him scoop and score to get rewarded for his efforts on blocking the field goal. But again, Anthony Wheeler's always in the right place at the right time when it comes to balls bouncing around, like he was against Missouri last year. Picked it up. It ran like a freight train to the end zone with the herd of Longhorns following him in. That was fun to watch. It really was. Another bright spot was the sophomore Josh Thompson. I love this kid at nickelback. Nothing against you, P.J. Locke. I got a feeling P.J. Locke is banged up or something. I think he may have a sore hip or something. He's not moving around very well. But that Josh Thompson boy will come and hit you. He could cover, and he's fast. I'd like to see him out there more at nickel versus P.J. Locke. I'm sorry, Locke. I know you're a veteran on this team, but this young man's out there balling. And I kind of like what Tom Herman's doing right now, and Todd Orlando's doing right now. If you're a better player, you're gonna be on the field. These freshmen on defense are all over the field. Caden Stearns, B.J. Foster gets ejected for taking his kid's head off almost. But I jumped out of my recliner and was excited. I knew he was gone, but didn't care. I don't like the rule. I don't think they should be ejected for the next game. Maybe that game, I get it, I guess. But solid hit. He didn't mean to try to kill the kid, but he popped him. And I miss that in Texas football. I really do. I'm already at 10 minutes, so let's talk about Sam a little bit. I thought Sam played well. He started off a little rough. But again, it's expected. It's the first part of the game. Everybody's rested or is trying to figure out each other out. He finally figured it out. Not highlight numbers. 15 for 33 for 233 yards and 2 touchdowns. No interceptions. No turnovers by the young man. The only turnover Texas had was when Daniel Young fumbled down on the goal line. At that point, I thought that was going to turn the game back around for Texas. For USC, excuse me. But Texas shut it down. Texas absolutely shut it down. And that's what you got to do to win big football games. Texas had 160 yards rushing. Not great. I think we had 40-plus carries, so it doesn't average out well. But I like that we stuck to the run. We stuck to the run. We stuck to the run. Trey Watson is a positive yard maker. The kid gets up the field in a hurry. Even if it's only 2 or 3 yards, he gets it. He only had a couple losses last night. One of me try to bounce it outside, and it's hard to bounce outside against USC. So kudos, Trey Watson. I'm glad this kid's on our team now. And then when Daniel Young came in, Kyle Porter played a few plays in the backfield, and he played whenever I think it was 4th and 1, and we went for it early. Kyle Porter came in and did a lead block for Sam when he rolled left and got the first down. Great block, and I knew once he got in there because the kid can block. Kyle Porter can straight up run block and pass block, so I'm glad they put him in there. I liked sometimes on a couple plays it was 3rd and medium, and we threw underneath Andrew Beck for the first down. I think we did it twice. He's big. I see Texas fans question why a tight end is in a spread offense like that, but that's why. They want to throw to him underneath. He's big enough to knock a safety or a cornerback back, or a dime back or nickel back for a first down. That's why he plays it. I can't stress enough how much I love Texas swagger last night. They were getting me crunk, man. I mean, just the way they were flying around the field and they were getting somebody's face. They talk trash to the quarterback, which, by the way, that JT Daniels is going to be a stud at USC eventually. He made his match last night. Texas was all over the field. So from the beginning to the end, total team win. From administration, from coaches, to players, to fans, to people at home, Twitterverse, whoever it is, total victory for Texas. We hoped for a good trilogy for these two teams, USC and Texas. Texas won the national championship, and the USC got by us last year. And this year, Texas brought it home in a fashion that none of us saw coming. This propels us into Big 12 play. Great TCU team coming into town. They're going to be looking for vengeance because they lost this week against Ohio State and played well against Ohio State, but had a couple mishaps that cost them the football game. Let's hope DKR is rocking like it was last night. And Longhorn fans, sorry if this felt rushed, but I like to keep it under 15 minutes. Please hit subscribe down low for Bad Talks. I'll be coming back again later in the week to do a TCU preview. If you see it and you like it, hit thumbs up. If you don't like it, hit thumbs down and tell me why. Tell me if I'm too fast, if I'm bouncing around too much, whatever it is. I got a comment before about banging my hands on the table, so I'm really trying to stop doing that. Stuff like that. Please, I want your feedback, good or bad. Again, Texas wins the trilogy. Not a ring, but I wore it all during the game last night, so now I'm superstitious as could be. So now, every time Texas plays, I'll have this ring on. I'll have my flag flying. I'm proud of you, Longhorns. I'm proud of you, coaching staff. I'm proud of you, Longhorn Nation. Soak this win up. Enjoy this win. Wake up on Monday morning, and let's get ready for TCU. Hook 'em.